Well, hello there. My name is Matt. This is my hair and my beard, and welcome to today's vlog. I'm running late for my hair appointment, so I'm just going to crack on. And I'm back in the car. So, hair's looking fresh, beard has been tamed. I'm feeling a hell of a lot better than what I did. I was starting to look like Cousin It, and I was starting to eat my own face anytime that I had any food, so that's not good for anybody. So, plan of attack, I'm now going to go into Travelling Man, have a little look around Forbidden Planet. I'm meeting up with one of my mates quite shortly. We're going to be playing a game of Commander. I play Magic the Gathering. So, I'm running Krenko Mob Boss. I've got a load of different Commander decks, but Krenko's my boyo. He's sick. So I'm going to have a game of Commander, and then I'm going to get myself home. I've got a parcel getting delivered this afternoon, and I'll show you that because I'm really excited for it. And then I'm going to crack on with content. So I'm in the middle of painting up my Terminator Terminator Captain. Sorry, I'm painting up a Terminator Captain for my Dark Angels. But this is like a test model, so it's not actually a part of the original 1,000 points, but it's just, I got it through that Combat Patrol magazine. So I'm just using it as a model to test out the paint scheme on, but actually put some decent time and effort into it and just make sure that I feel comfortable and happy with the end result. But anyway, right, I'm going to go and have a little look around my cool shops, and then we'll get back to the house and crack on from there. And we're back home. So after getting the mop chopped and the beard tamed, I popped over to Forbidden Planet. Then I popped into Travelling Man, picked up some bits, and then went over to Geek and had a couple of games of Commander with one of my friends. Pretty decent afternoon, to be fair. I played 2 games with Krenko, Mob Boss, and then I played 1 game with Muzio, Visionary Architect. Muzio was like one of my all-time favorites. Like between him and Krenko, those 2 decks, those are the 2 decks that I've had for the longest. I've made amendments along the way as new cards have been released, but those 2 decks I absolutely love. Like, they're really, really cool. But anyway, I digress. I did pick up a few things whilst in Travelling Man. So I recently put to community vote which gang should be my next gang for Necromunda, and with a whopping 20%, it's not Vansar. With a whopping 33%, it's not Orlok. But with a whopping 47%, it is House Escher. So I picked up the House of Escher. Well, sorry, not the House of Escher, the House of Blades rulebook. I picked up just an Escher gang and also the Escher Weapons and Upgrades box as well. And that's a good little foothold to start. The good thing about the house, well, the houses in general, is they've got quite a few like additional models that you can get. So, for example, with the Enforcers, you can pretty much get the Enforcer with the Bull Mastiff, which would be pretty cool to add to the collection, to be fair, and I'll probably pick that up at some point. But you can get that, you can get the Sanctioner Pattern Automata, and then you've got the Enforcers and the Patrolmen. and that's pretty much your whack. Whereas with the Escher, there's just like loads of different like champions you can get, and like there's a lot more versatility there. And then that's not to mention even like the older models as well. Like looking at the old metal cast models, they would be pretty cool to pick up. But I'm just gonna have a little look and just build it out and flesh it out and have a bit of fun with it. I think this initial gang, I'm just gonna try and paint effectively box, so like with the yellows and like the blues to blacks and that sort of thing, possibly veering more grey than blue, but whatever. And I'm just going to have a bit of fun with them. I'm just going to see how they look. I've got the weapons and upgrades box just to add a bit more spice to it all, but outside of that, pretty happy. But I'll be getting on with that in the next couple of weeks. It's just, I thought whilst I was in town, it made sense for me to get the few bits whilst I found them cheap, and then put them on the shelf, get them ready for a video or two to come. You may have noticed in that little bit of B-roll as well, there is a sticker on my desk, or on my on my prep tin, shall we say. So I've had a test sheet of stickers printed, and they look pretty cool. I've got a handful of them done, so happy with that. Just need to do a bit of refining on the cutting process. So there's like a process that you do to cut the actual sticker from the release paper and all that sort of thing. So get that calibrated up and get that done. I did receive a parcel today as well for something else. I've been looking at t-shirts, just because I'm going to Sumpcon. So I'm going to Sumpcon 4 down in Belper next month. And I just wanted to get a t-shirt for Relentless Matt. I wanted to get that ahead of then, so I can be rocking that whilst down in Belper and getting my arse handed to me by people who are far better at NECROMUNDA than what I am, and meeting some pretty cool people in the process as well. So that'll be pretty fun. And obviously the stickers, I'll just be handing them out kind of thing. I know I'm not a big creator. I know I'm not I'm not famous or anything like that, and I don't have any intention of being famous or anything like that. That's not what I'm about. But I think, it's just nice to be nice and give stuff to people, and people like stickers, and it's a pretty cool logo, and why not? So I'm going to be taking some stickers down to Belper with me. I'm going to be wearing the t-shirt and all that sort of thing. Just why not? Bit of fun. But yeah, so I'm getting another t-shirt or two printed through different printing styles just to see which one feels right. The one that I've got there, doesn't feel quite right. The t-shirt, the actual material of the t-shirt, bob on. It was exactly what I wanted, but the actual printing, it just didn't. It's not lying right. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel correct. So we'll see what happens there. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say on House Escher and NECROMUNDA and on Sumpcon 4. Really looking forward to speaking to Steve and Chris. They'll be pretty fun. Some pretty cool stuff to come as well if if things pan out the way I'm hoping they will. But yeah, outside of that, I think the rest of my day is going to be spent finishing off my Terminator champion. I keep on calling him a champion. He's not a champion, he's a captain. My Terminator captain that I got in the Combat Patrol magazine for Friday's video. I've got the base finished. Weird thing actually, and something I'm going to bring up here. So prior to my Sanctioned Pattern Automata build, I've predominantly built on base and painted on base, and then painted the base last. That's kind of been my process. So I would build a model, fix it to the base, paint the model, do the basing bit, and then it's kind of that, it's kind of a thing that you do when you've got that, when you're doing the rim of the base, and that's the last thing, and that's the final thing you do for that model, and it's right, it's done. So that was my process up until the Sanctioned Pattern Automata video. And for some reason, I don't know why, nothing spurred me on to do it. Nothing spurred me on to sort of, do it this way. But I did, I just went with it. I did the bases first. And I don't know if it's because the model was off the base. That's probably what it was. It's because the model was off the base. So I painted the bases first just to kind of get into the flow, and then went on to do the actual model. And I think that's had quite a big impact as to the overall effect, because the bases of the sanction pattern automata, they look pretty sick. And the base for this, I'm not going to show it in this video because, you know, tune in on Friday to see that. But it's probably one of the best bases I've ever painted, and I've not put any like tufts or anything on it. I've just painted it as is and added a couple of like little bits and bobs that I would normally add to a base to kind of finish it off. But I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Like quite eerily, it's like its own thing. It's like it's separate, but I don't know. But yeah, so the rest of my afternoon, I'm going to finish off as much of the Terminator Champion. No. Captain, Terminator Captain. I'm painting a captain, not a champion. The Terminator Captain. Right. For the rest of my afternoon, Jesus Christ. The rest of my afternoon, I'm going to spend painting the Terminator Captain and get that video boxed off ready for Friday. Another cool thing. I worked out how to do chapters. So a couple of my videos now have got actual chapters in them, and this video will have chapters in them too, just for ease of access and, you know, be able to flick through them and all that sort of thing. And going forward, I'm going to be doing that as well. Again, I'm learning all this on the fly, so, you know, finding out that you can add chapters and it's really, really easy to do that, not a bother. So anyway, right. Anyway, I've been Matt. This has been my beard. If you liked the video, please drop me a like. If you want to see me paint up these Eschers, get them all done and ready to attack the world of Necromunda, then let me know. Drop me a like. If you want to drop me a comment as well. There's been some lovely comments, by the way. Like, I've had a handful of like really, really lovely comments like on a couple of my videos, and I just want to say thank you very much to the people who have commented and taken that time. I have responded to you guys, and I just want to say a big thanks to the people who have. Like, it really means a lot. Like, I was at work the other day. I got the notification through that such and such, commented on your post, and I was like, oh, okay. Had a little read, and it was like a really nice little message, and I was like, oh, that's really nice. So thank you. It genuinely does mean a lot. Like, I'm only a small channel, and it doesn't matter how big or how small I am. Like, the little comments like that really, really help and really make it feel good. It's like, so thank you. If you are new around here, and you want to see more of what I'm doing, or you haven't looked at some of my other videos, feel free to have a look. Some of them are pretty good, some of them are not so good. I'm not the best painter in the world, but, you know, who is? I just enjoy the hobby. I'm quite passionate about it. I love what I do, and this is literally, I go to work, I do my job, I have fun doing that, but when I come home, it's like, right, what am I going to do in the hobby? And that's like, it's a passion, and I really enjoy it. So, you know, hopefully you'll get something from that. If you learn something along the way, cool, happy days. But yeah, feel free to drop me a subscribe as well if you are new around here and you want to see more. And outside of that, thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt. This has been my beard, freshly shaven. This is my hair, which I do have. I know I wear my red hat all the time, and I probably still wear my red hat all the time. But when you get a fresh trim like this, you've got to show it off, don't you? But anyway, right. I'm waffling. I'm going. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. I've been Matt. This has been my beard. Catch you later.